So do this, my son, to free yourself, since you have fallen into your neighbor's hand. Go to the point of exhaustion and give your neighbor no rest.
Look. They say looks kill and I'm very deadly. Him to scoop the girl up, no Ben and Jerry. If your Biden flows, wearing the same clothes as your homie leader in the cemetery. I'm too cold like it's January. I'm chasing dreams while y'all very scary. Who's on the beat like my name is Terry. King of these words like my name is Larry. You can call me Young Faison. Need my money on time. Pops taught me the business and taught me how to handle
it ain't
mine.
fair.
If I get a check, I just wanna flex. I'ma blow it all like it's hammer time. Walk past the mirror like damn I'm fine. You can tell God really took his time. Young player with the moves, yeah. I done really found my groove, yeah. I'ma take it to the top, put my team on. Don't care who there. Your attention, I need that. Your feedback, you can keep that. Said I quit smoking the competition, but you can hear that I relapse. Try to put God first every day, so everything will fall in place. I know that he gon' lead the way. I know things can't be my way. I just pray that he lift the weights on things that I cannot change. Wanna live by his word and obey, but every day feel like Friday, like
every day feel like Friday. Man.
Yeah.
every day feel like Friday.
Yeah.
I said
Every day feel like Friday.
Every day feel like Friday.
Yeah.
About to live life my way. I said every day feel like Friday. I said every day feel like Friday.
Man.
I said every day feel like Friday. Every day feel like Friday. About to live life my way. I'm about to take them to church. All I know is the truth. John Wilkes with the flow. All I know is the booth.
Man.
I'ma live life like it's my last day. I ain't running to the reverend. God said walk this way. Gotta pray every day just to protect my faith. To walk the straight and narrow, but God's path is a maze. Who gon' miss me when I'm gone? Tears running down my face. Life funny like a sitcom, but I need God's will and grace. Every day feel like Friday, so that mean I got paid. I wanna save and stack it up, a buck that I'ma celebrate. I don't struggle for you to see, swear to God this is ministry. Unless you're really down for it, don't need no one defending me. I got bae on the way with some Chick-fil-A, and your boy so cool, I can eat it on a Sunday. My trust in him is strong, he on time with no delay. Wrong way, down the runway, boy I'm flyer than a runway like.
Man.
Every day feel like Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said every day feel like Friday.
Yeah.
I said every day feel like Friday. Every day feel like Friday. About to live life my way. I said every day feel like Friday.
Man, it ain't fair, man, because you do the beats. You know what I'm saying? It ain't fair, man.
Every day feel like
It is what it is.
Every day feel like Friday. About to live life my way.
Man, then you just play with it at the end like that. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Man, come on. Shout out Brandy podcast, man. This episode 156. And here, man, with WoRm, man. What's good with you, WoRm?
I'm good, man. Let me start off. Let me tell you the story.
Okay, yeah. Let me know
just
something.
get into it.
You know what I'm saying?
So you'll hear that on the album that there's of
the
course
album on
there's
the way.
Yeah, album on the way, the recipe.
Yeah.
There may be older songs and then there's newer songs, maybe more upbeat,
Right.
and then maybe more serious.
Right.
So this one is definitely a happy song.
Yeah, this one of my favorites.
I was on the way. I can't remember. I was on the East, but I was on the way home from the movies.
Okay.
And this was around the time that Snoop Dogg dropped that gospel album.
Yeah.
And I was just playing
Which
it.
was nice. Hey, no, Snoop came with it on that gospel album, though.
And I was like, let me just hear what he's talking about. Because I was like, is he rapping or what?
Yeah.
And so I played it. And so basically, he took some Clark Sister songs and just upgraded them.
Okay.
Or whatever. And like just made them modern a little bit. Just added like trap drums or whatever.
Right.
And you know, when I hear stuff like that, I'm just like, I could have done a better job than this. But anyway, so I'm like, that was the idea, but okay, anyway.
Okay, yeah.
So when I heard this, I'm like, yeah, bro, I got to go home and chop this up right now, bro. I went home, got that mug, and just did that. And I can't even remember because usually I have like some lyrics, like 4 bars, and then when I find a beat and when I find something that's dope, I'm like, all right, I'm about to go in on this. And I had that, and I just kept writing.
How long it be taking you to make beats like that though? Like, far as that one with the breakdown and then the bass coming in, that shit crazy.
So look, so when I make the beat, I just set a basis first.
Okay.
When I first was like making beats and like actually making beats for other people and sending them out and stuff like that, it was for LTZ. And he always he's like, don't give me no arrangement, don't give me the hook, just give me the loop so I can rap.
Okay, yeah.
So, and I didn't, and I'll always have extra stuff in there or whatever. And he's like, take this out, take this out, take this out, take this out.
Okay, yeah, you chopping it up. Man, shout out to LTZ, man. Yeah, man, like, he's supposed to be in here, man. I've been bullied, man. I've been missing him, man. But LTZ, hey, I promise you, my nigga, like, hey, man, we gonna get it in, man. Shout out to LTZ, man.
Yeah. Love and best wishes. Go cop that.
Okay, so is that your first artist that you worked with though?
Not technically. My little brother, of course.
Okay, so when did like the music for you start though? You know what I'm saying?
So,
because I can tell that you know the music, you know the notes, you know the bars, you know the beats. When did it start though?
Fun fact, I don't know how to play the piano.
Okay.
I mean, I can definitely by ear pick some stuff out or whatever and play it, but like actually put my hands where they go, I don't know none of that.
Okay.
But so I've been making music since I was 10.
Okay, 10.
2004.
Okay, on what?
So for Christmas when I was 10, I got a I got $50 from my parents.
Okay,
$50.
Okay, yeah.
And
you already knew what you wanted.
Or I think it was $100. No, I got $100 from them.
Okay.
And I already knew what I wanted because the week earlier I was in there and I seen this thing in Toys R Us called a Mix Man.
Okay.
So it was like a toy, but like, bro. So like it had the turntables or whatever. It was like a CDJ or whatever. So it had the turntables, but you can really only scratch on the sides. Okay. And then they have like 8 buttons across the top where you can hit something and then they bring up a loop or whatever.
Okay.
And
so you was DJing then for a minute.
So look, I just always been into music,
right? And
then when I seen something in the toy store that like resembled music, because I always would fuck around with the pianos, but I'm like, yeah, it's the same shit that's on here.
Okay,
it's the same shit that's can't really do nothing. But I seen you can plug this up to a computer. I had a computer at the time, so I'm like in my room, blessed. Okay, so I was like, I want this. I got it. When I seen it, it was like $80. So when I
so did it hook up to the computer though?
Yeah, it hooked up to the computer. When I got it, they told me it was 50. I was like, oh, I bet it was $50. All right, bet I got Love Don't Cost a Thing, a couple more movies or whatever. Yeah. And then so I was just messing around, just scratching because I always wanted to scratch some shit, but that was it. And then my cousin had came up from Texas for Christmas break or whatever.
Okay.
And he
started already on it.
He knows computers like that. Like he birthed them nerd in me or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
And he just knew computers and he was messing around with stuff and then he showed me or whatever how to like export that thing to an MP3 and I could put it on my MP3 player. I was like, shoot, I can do that.
Oh yeah,
and I can make it beat. And then I realized, oh shit, I can like I was like plugging my headphones up to the microphone thing. Yeah. And like getting sound out of that. I'm like, yo, if I had a mic, I can get in here rapping. Yeah. I finally got like a cheap little computer mic and like just started rapping. And then hit the basis for this album and most of my music is I had my church had a block party or whatever. So this would be my first opportunity to rap or whatever.
Okay, yeah. What age?
I'm still 10, 11.
Oh, you still 10,
I'm 11. Still 10. So that year.
So you've been writing bars for it.
I wasn't writing bars starting out. So my cousin had passed that same year.
Oh, okay.
But in the same year he had 2 tracks or whatever.
Yeah.
That were
finished them?
No. He had two finished tracks that were Christian rap tracks.
Okay.
Or whatever. And then I guess he passed, and then they played this stuff at the funeral, and then they had one of his raps in the obituary. You know, I ain't know nothing about no writing structure, none of that or whatever. As I look back at it, it was just probably a verse, but I broke that whole thing down into a song. Like two lines was a verse, and then I went back into like 4 lines that he had and used that as the hook or whatever. And I made the song, I made the beat around it or whatever, and I performed it at the church block party.
Okay, yeah. What was the response?
It was nothing but old folks, of course, sitting down and watching. All the kids was in the moon bounce, being kids, not trying to be rappers.
Right.
And so it wasn't really going anywhere until at the end I said, now everybody in the 405, put your hands up because I'm live.
What? At 10 bars.
I'm just trying to say whatever, you know, try to get the crowd going, and then, you know, they going crazy because 10-year-old kid, adorable rapper for Jesus, they eating it up.
Okay, right.
So for the not longest, but up until like probably like 8th grade or high school, I was like strictly just Christian rap or whatever. Okay. But yeah.
So did you get raised in the church?
Yes.
For all your life?
Baptist church,
okay,
yes.
Already. Yeah, I hear it in the music. You know what I'm saying? So are you a Christian rapper?
I am a rapper that is a Christian.
Are you just an artist?
I am an artist, honestly, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because I've been doing secular since I guess, since freshman year.
Okay.
And then, of course, I graduated, and of course, you can still hear like God mentioning bars and stuff like that. When the first album after I graduated, Shoebox Full, I had the first song was called Pray or whatever. Yeah. But it's the time like when you graduate and they like, you're gonna be an adult. This is new or whatever. Yeah. And I start looking for that, and I'm realizing like, all right, yeah, this is new. Like I have to deal with being an adult or whatever.
Okay, right.
So like, this is what I'm relying on. You know what I mean?
Oh
so,
yeah. And your faith though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for you to step out on your faith and praise the Lord in your music, man, that take a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because there's not a lot of people like they'll say, I thank God for this opportunity, but they won't praise Him in their music. Though.
Yeah, for sure.
Know what I'm
saying? So a lot of these songs, I mean, a lot of these songs definitely were inspired by like Lecrae coming like, cause like Lecrae was coming up.
So he made it cool.
He made no. When he came into mainstream, when he started coming into mainstream, which I feel low-key bad for him, because like he really was crossing over, and then Chance comes out of nowhere. Right. And so now, but I do get influences from him too, where I'm like, all right, yo, like I think I was listening to 3, and when I heard How Great, I'm like, oh shit, I'm definitely putting this on. I'm about to.
Right.
Cause I got God bars, and I got homies that rap and they got God bars, but like they not taking it to that level. Cause like I never been in church like just praising God with my hands up, but like, you know, I definitely feel that I need to say it. You know what I'm saying? It's my flex. Right. You feel me?
Yeah, but like you say, Lecrae, right? But it wasn't cool really to be a Christian rapper back then like that.
Nah, it was low-key all I was allowed to listen to, really.
Okay, right. And my mom tried to make me listen to the clean music too. But, you know what I'm saying? He came in and made it like real cool because he was spitting from his heart though. And he was still praising though, but he was still going through He was still going through life though.
You talking about Lecrae?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at that point, you know what I'm saying, like when I first got into hip hop and like stuff, like I'm listening to the radio and stuff like that. Okay, you know what I mean? I'm not deep off into it. So like I just
the albums.
I'm not deep off into the album,
right? Because the albums is way different.
So I'm just sensationalized about just the music and rap or whatever.
Right.
And so when when I'm hearing him, I'm just like, all right, this is Christian rap. This is cool. Like the beats is fire. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I can get down with this. I'm I was in middle school playing Jesus music by Lecrae, like just bumping that hoe. But I didn't understand like what he was going through or what was real, or whatever. Like I didn't actually connect with it until I got older and read his book too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when I read his book, because like I was definitely going through a tough time. That's when I made Chicken and Waffles. Okay. So when I read his book, I was like, oh, okay, he's going through real life stuff, and I am too. And all right. Yeah. So I understand, like he was really just being him, you know what I'm saying?
That's
and
what
just
I'm saying.
Bringing it to, and then really trying to, go against what people thought.
Right.
And I like that.
Right.
You know?
And that Zaytoven album it's fire.
Man, I would compare it to another album, but it do go hard. You can play it everywhere, man.
Bro, that Zaytoven album is hard. Like I'm glad that he did that. Like and showed us, man, that you can praise God on these beats.
But listen though. That
the Future would have said something way ratchet on them beats, but Lecrae showed you that he can. You know what I'm saying?
And it's wild because some people don't. I feel as though some people feel like some Christians feel like he's corny, and I'm just like,
oh yeah,
you don't get it though. But anyway,
right.
So, but who's another level than that is Aha, Gazelle or Giselle. I don't know. I'd say Gazelle all the time, but Aha.
Okay.
He signed. Lecrae signed that nigga.
I don't even know him. Nice.
He's nice, bro. Like
okay.
Like. He's like he definitely toes that line of like challenging what you think a rapper is and what you think a Christian is and how we navigate and how they navigate the business of how Christian rap is. You feel me?
And so do you though.
I'm not in it, but
I don't know what you say. You're not like okay. So what do you? Okay.
They asked me if I'm a Christian rapper. Sounds like you just got your answer, cause
exactly. Y'all heard that bar.
Yeah, so like you know what I'm saying. I definitely I cussed on my album, but that's just to get a point across. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to be categorized as no Christian rapper just because this is what is moving me. You feel me? Like I've been rapping secularly for the longest. This is the first time that I'm actually like just. Like going there, you feel me? Right. But it felt natural to do so. So
okay, so what would the Grammys put you up under?
The Grammys would probably put me up under probably Christian rap, maybe.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Probably, but I mean, I'm not worried about them.
Oh no, not they acceptance, but I'm saying.
I mean,
what category would and with a BET? You know what I'm saying?
It's like the same. It's like the same as like D1.
Right.
Like he's not like a Christian rapper either, but like he's very conscious that don't cuss. Okay. Like so it's like if you don't hear no cussing, like it's just like this is some clean gospel stuff, nah, bro. Like like bro.
Yeah, you want to play it on the elevator. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody going to work, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to play it where it can hit all races. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so what about Toby, dog?
So
he pushing the line, ain't he?
Let me be 100% honest, and I hate to be honest on camera. But anyway,
man, let me know. So man. That camera ain't there.
So I was when I first heard of Toby. I was like, yo, this nigga cold, and he from Texas. I like that, and because I like the voice.
Yeah,
and
the H-Town, right?
Yeah, and then as I'm looking at him, Tony says, LTZ says behind me, he's like, he reminds me of Crit, and I couldn't unhear it. Right. I could not unhear it, but I did try to listen to him again, and he does spit. And I do like his music.
Yeah, he be spitting, man. You know what I mean? But yeah,
I don't think he's a Christian rapper either. But he's just that's just where he was raised, bro. It's just like a lot of like even a PK was probably wilding, and then you know what I'm saying that's how they got it, because like we're in a day and age where communicating the word is getting a lot clearer. or whatever. So I guess lines are being crossed. So people like our generation before us is like already rolling, and then now they say they're not doing it anymore. Right. But now like it's getting taught like, all right, you can fail and then you can get back up, and then you might fail again and we can get back up. So a lot of things are different now, you know. Way different.
That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't cool.
Yeah.
To even be praising God in the music. But now there's so much music out that you can go to whatever category that you want to go to. And far as like us, you know what I'm saying? Like you can be a punk rock dude now and still be accepted on the scene. You know what I'm saying? Man, so when did you come on the OKC scene though, like far as the other artists and rappers? Like when did you?
Freshman year. Not freshman year. Let me stop that because
they wanted them beats.
Nah. Man, freshman year was crazy.
College or
I'm talking about high school. Nah. I had probably I've never made it to junior year of college. But man, freshman year of high school, bro. That's when I got the Mac I was telling you about. So for the first
laptop?
time, so the first time, not the laptop, it was like the Mac Mini. So it was like it was like it was about 600. You know what I'm saying? Nice little cheap joint, and because I wanted to use GarageBand. You know what I'm saying? It was like this is the best computer for media, which is it works cool. Yeah. And so my parents got me a mic to go along with it or whatever. I was using Pro Tools and using Fruity Loops and actually just learning what I'm doing now a little bit. Yeah. Or whatever. I'm rambling. What was the question again?
When did you come on the scene? Like, did you come on the scene as an artist or a producer first?
So ninth grade, I'm just refinding myself as a secular artist. Okay. So I was producing and rapping, and I made my brother sing and rap some songs. And I was trying to make songs with my friends at school. Shout out to Trip G. And
you went to school with Trip G? Damn.
And so we both were on a show that they put on at the Northeast Center. And yeah, bro, it was just like some.
You killed it
because BD Man worked at the Northeast Center. And he brought LTZ, DJ Chips, and all them, and they put on and JB.
And y'all was all there.
JB was there, and he put.
And you was a freshman.
I was a freshman, yeah, and they just put on the show at the Northeast Center and like had all the sound and everything. Like I rap, Trip G rap, my little brother rap, and stuff like that. Like. Yeah.
What year was this?
This was 2010, 2011.
Oh, it was 10 years ago?
Yeah.
That's crazy that y'all was all in that one and y'all all talented now. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like, man, that's crazy. Okay.
And so that's really my introduction because LTZ was the only person like, you know what I'm saying, like, because I knew JB from coming up to the school from Youth of Christ or whatever. And then
so did you ever give him beats?
Yeah, well shoot, I tried to give him beats,
Right.
And that's another story. Anyway, so TZ was like so when I heard BD Man spit, I heard that he spit. I heard him as Hey Ba with BD Man and LTZ. And then I met TZ. I was like, yo, your flow is crazy. I like your bars, everything. He older than me. This is a big bro.
Right.
And he was rude at first.
Right.
But I'm just a kid or whatever. But he just said he big bro on me or whatever. And he was the only one that pulled me to the side. I was like, if you want help, I can help you or whatever.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying?
So he seen it in you.
Yeah. So he helped me, you know what I'm saying, like develop rapping and develop beats, you know what I'm saying? Because he was the only one that like wasn't my brother, you know what I'm saying, that
outside
that can actually go and make music, you know what I'm saying? Because like back in high school, you know what I'm saying, like me and like I had the studio at my house, but Trip couldn't come over, you know what I'm saying, because he ain't had no rides, you know what I'm saying?
But y'all in high school.
We in high school, you know what I'm saying? And
so y'all was hungry though for the music.
For sure. So and I just stuck with working with TZ and everything, and then about like he was working on an album or whatever, and he heard my album too, and he's like, "Girl, I like this beat. Let me have this beat." Yeah. So in my mind at the time, you know, what I'm saying, like I'm used to mixtapes and everything like that. So somebody would be on somebody else's beat or whatever, or somebody would have a different version to a song out or whatever. So I left the song on my album.
Yeah, that Wayne era.
Yeah. I left the song on my album and released it, and then. And he ended up not using the beat because I released it. And in my mind back then, I'm like, there ain't nothing wrong with it. You can still release it too, or whatever. But I understand he wanted to come original. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but I ended up producing a track on this on the next album.
Okay, so you made the album.
Yeah, I finally made the album. He was, you know, so he was working with Chips and. Yeah, it's hard to do a whole lot when you're in high school.
Oh yeah,
and you got homework to do and whatever. But I was still out here. Like I had the internet at my hand, so I was releasing tracks from the bedroom.
That's all you need. So, you know? Okay, so when did you get in the booth though?
I got in the booth at 10.
No, like
really taking the craft seriously. Freshman year, is when
Well, that's when you started to develop your flow. Like, when did you go in the booth and say, okay, shit, I'm here?
Oh, it's always been like that. I've always felt like that.
Yeah, okay, talk your shit then.
But I've always felt like this is what I'm going to do. Okay, right. I'm going to keep doing it. But as I look back, I'm like, I'm really talking that shit. Like I really have it. But I see that. People were telling me that, no, you have it, my nigga, but you're just not there yet. Okay. But I took that as no, I'm about to get there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when I got nice.
Right. When did you feel that you got nice?
When I feel that I got nice was when I felt confident in my music.
That's what I'm asking.
When OP Lounge opened, Ordinary People Lounge. Shout out Tory Beecham.
Okay, I remember
go to
that.
Culture Coffee.
Okay.
So black on. So it was like a lounge for like
the
teenagers to college students. You know what I'm saying? And it was poets.
For the artists.
Yeah, for the artists. It was poets, rappers, singers, all of that, or whatever. And they had a live band too.
So you got a good response.
But this is the first time. So So when I rapped in shows before, I was rapping to older people. I was rapping to people that were older than me. You know what I'm saying? Like TZ's 30, I'm 26. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just they've graduated. They're doing adult things. Right. So this is the first time I'm like rapping in front of people that are my age, and. At this time, I had a song called "Chopping Blades." Oh, I ain't got it on. I wore it. I got a shirt that say, you know, like the
you got the new album shit on, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I need one of them hoodies. You know
man, I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna do the DTG or the screen print. It's a lot of colors in it, though. But, so when I performed in front of people, it was my first time performing for people in my age group. And I had a good song and a hit record on my hands. This is when I first started smoking. So like I remember I was I'm gonna tell the story exclusive.
Yeah,
I was high.
Let us know, man.
I was high watching Head of State.
Okay.
Me and Pookie would go to my homegirl's house, and she had all she had was a DVD player. So I was like, man, I'm about to bring Head of State. I'm tired of watching the movies they got. So I'll bring Head of State, and I'm watching the scene where he picks her up in the bus. Yeah. And I think Day and Night plays. Or Night and Day plays. And I'm like, and I'm bumping Ty Dolla $ign heavy at this point because Pookie put me on. And I'm like, yo, this would be tight if Ty Dolla $ign like did a trap version of this and flipped it. But I'm like, he'll never hear it. So I'm like, let me just flip it myself and then do something. So I looked it up and I did that. And when I performed the song, like it was a hit. It was out of there. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's when and people was just rocking with my, you know, like people I ain't know, like not like people not my friends. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like telling me like, yo, you dope, yo, that shit's dope. Like you killed it. And that's the first rush. Yeah, that's the first time I felt like, I'm doing something. Yeah.
Yeah, that adrenaline rush. Like,
sure.
Okay, I'm here.
Yeah, man. Okay.
Okay. So after that, then what'd you start making?
So I definitely, so like I said, I definitely went into a point where I was just like depressed.
Oh, you was?
Cause it was my first time smoking. So like,
okay, so you got in a slump.
Yeah, I got in a slump.
So was it depression or was it laziness?
No, it was definitely depression.
Okay, so was it thoughts coming?
Cause I didn't even know what that was when it happened. You feel me?
Right.
Like I'm just now realizing what mental health is when I moved out. And was rapping in front of so I'm dealing with being an adult and getting success at the first time or whatever, and I'm smoking heavily, and
so you're not enjoying it.
I would say that back then I would say I was, but I wasn't. And I was definitely in a on and off relationship at the same time.
Okay.
It was a lot of things going on. So
yeah, I've been there,
but something in me. So I was definitely off a breakup, but so something in me was like, I can't let this. I felt like I can't let this be my life. Like I gotta go hard. So I just locked myself in my apartment and just started making beats. Okay. And rapping to them.
Yeah, bring the creativity out of it.
Yeah, especially your first time, like just moving out. Oh yeah. Like and I'm blazing up and I'm just sitting there after work every day, just listening to a beat and writing. So before Chicken and Waffles, I wrote a whole. That's a whole vape. Boy, I thought that was a remote anyway. So I made a whole album before Chicken and Waffles. Okay. And it has.
What, it's not released?
It's not released. There's only a few songs that got released. It's called Shorts and Sweatshirts. Okay. So
what you talking on there, dog? Cause you probably talking some crazy
boy. So I'm fresh off the breakup.
Yeah,
so
that's what I said.
I have a song in there where I sampled Nick Jonas's "Jealous," but it's a version where he's in front of the choir or whatever. I'm like, oh, this sounds like Lord knows. Yeah. He got the black choir behind him, and he's saying "jealous." All right, bet. So I'm just rapping about all the girls that dissed me in high school and the fresh relationship too. Yeah. And then I do got another song on there that was like just like me saying like I don't know where I'm at in life, but I know I'm gonna make it. Uplifting type songs, and then but there was a lot. I won't say there was a lot of girl songs. There's another song on there called 07 where I just. So for the hooks, they're just songs that my favorite songs that came out from 07, and then I'm just rapping about my favorite year of school, which is 7th grade for me. Yeah. And like so I grew up in private school, St. John.
Oh, you did?
But Beanie Man went there too, but he was ahead of me, but it's from St. John all the way up to 5th grade. So when I got to I'm back and forth in 4th grade with public school, but when I got to Northeast, like this is my first like real public school.
Yeah, public school. Oh yeah, they was ratchet.
And I'm still around black people, but like I'm around I'm around a different class of black people.
They was ratchet and smart at the same time.
And it was everything because like
man,
bro, St. John lunch trash. When you get to middle school, you still got trash school lunch, but then you got another option for even better trash school lunch, and you had slushies, and I'm like, yo, this is it, bro. It was oh my gosh, I definitely almost failed 7th grade. But what was getting at? I'm sorry.
Okay, so then, like, you didn't release that album though.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't release the album because.
So you scratched that whole album.
So I was talking to, I just been smoking, and I know I came up with the idea. I was like, I want to do some neo soul because whatever's happening at OP, like. I miss OP. Yeah. Whatever's up in that OP, it was always some neo soul. Nevermore, Nevin was on the keys, like, and then they had a bass player, and like it's just some soulful shit. I'm just like, man, if I can do an album with them, but I'm like, I don't have the money, I don't have the time right now to do the live. I'm gonna do a live album. I'm gonna if I do another album, it's gonna be a live album.
Okay, yeah.
But so I wanted to do a neo soul album. And I was like, I'm gonna do a neo soul album after this album. I was talking to TZ. He was like, why don't you just do it now? I was like, okay, bet.
Right.
So I would just spend nights trying to look for neo soul samples that just sounded like something close to what Dwelle would make. Dwelle, nigga from Detroit, he makes his own beats and he sings on them amazingly.
So did you feel like, man, that you was over your relationship and you can move on to create something new, or was it still on you?
No, it was definitely still on me. I felt like I needed this to get through it.
Okay, the chicken and waffles.
Yeah, chicken and waffles. I feel like this is going to be
soulful.
Yes. Okay. I was like, this is going to be what I use to propel myself. This is what I'm going to stand on over all of these feelings or whatever, and this is how I'm gonna get through it. Which I did, but I also definitely still went to therapy as well. It didn't help everything.
Well, I never went to therapy. You know what I'm saying? No. So that's why I'm so jaded still.
Yeah, no, I was a virgin up until this to the break. You know what I'm saying, to the girl I had to break up with.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying. So like she was the one that
It's always that first one. You know
so you know what I'm saying. That's my first time. I'm just like all this shit happening at a critical moment for me. You know what I'm saying.
Okay, right.
So
did you like chicken and waffles then?
Oh, I love chicken and waffles.
Right. Can you listen to it?
Because when I was writing, I was really saying how I felt.
Right.
And
as you should.
And I was surprised at myself because I didn't realize. I'm like, how did I come up with these words to rhyme what I was saying? But because I like when that happens when I listen to a rapper and they rap what they say they feel, but it just flows in a rap, big. Man. And yes, that's the word that you should say, and that rhymes. Yes, that's what it and
yeah. But I like artists who give it all though.
Yeah, for sure, and that's what it felt like.
Who don't hold back, who let us know what they pain is. I mean, because the best music is pain.
Yeah. And I got a 7 on track 7 of Chicken and Waffles is Heaven or Hell. That's one of the tracks where I I was up until probably 1 o'clock in the morning just writing until I had like at least 3 verses worth. It's about like 5 minutes long. I sampled Justin Bieber.
Okay,
yeah, that might go hard. Man.
So is your reading, like you still read, so does that help your bars?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't even read like that.
Well, you said that you read, what's the name?
I read his book. Yeah. So I you know what I'm saying, I definitely felt like I needed to read his book at the moment for what I was going through. So I was like, yeah, I'll read his book, you know what I'm saying? Because this is who I look up to. He got a book. He made me, let's see how he got through whatever. Right. And yeah, and I read L.A. Reid's book because I fuck with L.A. Reid. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I've talked.
But I mean, maybe not now, but I don't know. Pending.
Nah, man, don't believe in that, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, this man's first. So, if he ain't charged yet, then you know what I mean. We got to go with him. Nah, but okay. So when did your bars get so so potent? Then you can tell that you not stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like you got some sense.
I mean, it's been like I've been
like
clever.
Your word is clear.
Yeah.
Like you get your point across. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I started doing I've been speaking how I feel, but I've been speaking a lot more of just saying what I just say it.
Okay. Yeah.
And I get that from Ad-Lib.
Okay.
Because I heard him spit, you know what I'm saying? He's the king of girl songs when he was out, you know what I'm saying? But he would just say how he felt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
LTZ do too though.
Yeah. But he got some wordplay for real.
Okay,
he got some cause Ad-Lib he'll give you a bar or two, but maybe those bars are more, I felt that real life.
Yeah.
As opposed to, that's a punchline.
Okay, right.
But TZ can give you the punchline, and I felt that in the same bar. You know what I'm saying? And so that I get that from him, and I get that from Beatty, and I get that from TZ. Yeah.
Okay. So on the track "Blessed" though, man, you talking?
On "Blessed," I just had to say it.
Yeah. Like you talking about? Okay. So what happened with the job?
Man, so I worked for the state. Let me take a drink of water.
Okay, yeah.
This is a long story, bro.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about the album, man. You know what I mean? Because you really talking that talk on the album, man. You really giving us what you was going through, man. Man, I painted the whole picture on Bless from a fan. I'm like, man, why he worrying about this job so much, man? This nigga's talented, man. He don't need that job, man.
I feel it. I'm talented. He said I'm talented. That mean go buy the merch. Anyway, so come shop with me on the beat so I can quit. Anyway, nah. So man, I gotta. So I was working at Staples around the time Shoebox Full came out. And I needed, so when I moved down, I'm like, man, I need some more money.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be trying to smoke and live and eat and do all this other stuff, I had food stamps, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, man.
But I was looking for jobs out the wazoo, and then my mom was helping me out, you know what I'm saying? She's always worked for the state. And then she, you know, there's a special job portal and everything you gotta go through or whatever. I mean, you can access it, but she knew about it.
Yeah.
And she applied for me some jobs that didn't need, you know, degree or a drug test. And I get a call one day saying, hey, we received your application. Can you come in for an interview? I'm like, yeah, for sure. I didn't know who it was, what the job was for. I did not know a single thing of what it was. All I know is that my mom said it's a state job and it's good and you're going to get good benefits. So I get in there, you know, and I do the interview. You know, my parents did mock interviews and then take it seriously.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? You know, black parents, they want you to get a good job and get some good benefits and rise up in the company. So when
you
I got
was raised
the job,
up pretty good though.
Yeah. No,
Okay,
I was blessed. I was blessed.
Right.
I said,
that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because not all black parents want their kids to succeed like that.
My parents, they both of them worked and stayed together, so it was very good. Good environment.
Yes, sir.
So when I what was it on?
Nah, man, you was about to get the job on Bless.
Oh yeah. So I get the job or whatever. And I ain't gonna lie, I still don't know what we do, what I'm doing. I just know it has something to do with computers. So when I finally get in there my first day and do everything, I realized, okay, so I'm just taking calls. Bet. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't realize the full job until I got fired. So
how long was you on the job?
I was on the job for I want to say 2 years.
Oh, 2 years.
I stayed there and I got my 2-year bonus. Okay. So
and that crushed you?
No. It was the first time I've ever actually been fired from a job.
Yeah.
So I get hired on with somebody I went to school with. We the same age. Mm-hmm. And so when we're there, I'm more of a hands-on type of learner. So even if I'm sitting there, I don't really know exactly what you're doing or why I'm doing or whatever. Mm-hmm. So when I got on the calls for my first time, basically what I did was I was a service desk. So people will call in if their password was expired or they didn't know it or forgot it. They would call me to reset it or unlock their account so they can try one more time. Man. So there were things, and it was fairly simple. I mean, but what messed me up was
what hurt you, man?
What messed me up is it was talking over the phone and having a good customer service over the phone. Right. Because when I worked for Staples, I've always had good customer service for the most part. Okay. And if I'm like talking in a monotone voice, or if I'm being sarcastic, just joking around, like I know I'm making a customer feel a little bit better, or we're connecting on a level. Yeah. But when you say those type of things over the phone or whatever, it's hard to really judge off the tone that you giving or whatever. So, man, it just got to a point to where everything was cool, and then one day we took on DHS. Yeah. So like they were in the middle of consolidating all the IT agencies into one. We took on DHS, and that's when it all changed for me, bro. Cause like I paid attention for the most part of what to do. Yeah. Like I skimmed through the emails of what to do and how to help people, but I guess I didn't really I ain't gonna say like I didn't do it, but I know that I like read through it or whatever, and then
went through the motions.
Right. So it's the first day and that we doing it, and I'm just can't get nobody in to where they need to be, and we getting a lot more calls now because we taking on DHS.
Yeah.
And I'm just I'm failing miserably. But also at the same time, I don't think I was trained properly to like what the job was. So I end up.
But why did that? Okay, so that touched your confidence. Them letting you go?
No, not my confidence. No. I gotta tell the story about how I got fired though. So I gotta tell the story about how I got fired because so anyway, I'll speed it up. So go down the line, you know, I probably get a warning or on something, and I mess up a few times. I ended up putting like notes about the case about how somebody was rude over the phone into the resolution, which the customer sees instead of the notes. What I was supposed to do, and I got written up for that again or whatever. And I'm just like, dang, I really might lose my job, like, or whatever. I'm just flaking. So that it really got to me, like saying like, cause like this is the first time I'm at a job that's like salary. Like I'm in my mind, I'm just overthinking it.
Yeah.
Which is why I went to therapy to help me get back on the track of like knowing like, all right, it ain't. But I still will never do a call center job. Like.
Yeah,
have you ever helped your parents do some technological shit and you were there with them and it still was stressful? Now think about trying to do that for somebody over the phone and you cannot see what they're looking at.
Exactly. And they don't even know your personality and stuff like that.
And so I ain't gonna lie, bro. So long story short, the girl I got hired with, went to school with, my same age, ended up being my boss.
Yeah, you said that in the song.
Everybody got promoted.
Right.
And so that affected my mood, definitely on the phones, and I got put on probation.
Okay.
And so they were on my every move, looking for reasons to fire me, and they did.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's just a job, though, man.
Well, but
man,
hey,
you worm, bro. Give a fuck about that job, man.
I feel that. I'm definitely a realist as well, though.
Right.
No things that, but
you need that money to come in,
bro. And everything, but it was a blessing though to get fired from that.
Exactly, because it showed you who you are.
I do want a challenging job, but not nothing in no phones, bro. Not nothing in no phones, and I don't think I ever want to go back to customer facing either, because like the job I have now is data entry, bro. I get to watch all the movies and shows I want. I do my work and I leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's good hours, bro. Like, God literally took me out of that situation, and I was stressing for real, bro. Like, cause I've never been fired, and I didn't know where my money was gonna come from, and I still had that pressure on myself of like, I gotta do this without no help from my dad, from my parents. Like I got that in my mind, cause I'm like, this is cause I gotta show them I'm gonna do this with music. I don't need their help.
Man, it's the real world now.
But now, and you'll hear that on the song, on the album, because I did not know that at the time.
It's the real world, man.
And I worked through that.
So you feel like your parents spoiled you?
No.
Okay, yeah.
I often do think about it though, because I'm like, because there is a drive in people that never had it, and didn't have it. There's a drive in them that they can that's just gonna get what, you know what I'm saying, that they deserve. Right. I'm not saying that I don't have no drive or no grind, because my dad is an entrepreneur. Like, he has his own business. Like, I know business things, you know what I'm saying. Right. But in the back of my mind, like,
you know, they got you.
I know that I have a safety net, and it's not exactly, and it's not one of, and it's not, and it's like, and
that's not your fault though.
Yeah, I know, and I was like, it's not my fault. It's not my fault.
Black kids need to stop feeling bad because they then grew up with good parenting. It's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have kids,
and I told, and
I want your kids to fall back on you.
Yeah, I had the conversation.
So don't be feeling bad about that.
No. I was saying, but that's when I win. Yeah, that was then. But I had the conversation with my dad, and I'm just like, okay, you didn't have no. I was like, you didn't have nobody. You know what I'm saying? I have you, so I have chances to. I have more time to do what I want to do than what you did, and I already been listening to you. I'm definitely not having kids that fast. Not saying that he had kids fast, but just knowing that what I'm seeing everybody going through, I'm like, I might want to hold back on a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, I could be an uncle. I could be, but I always wanted a family. Or whatever, but I just like I still want to be financially stable.
Exactly,
but
and
also at the same time, shoot, low key, you know, it don't really always work out like that.
Okay, yeah, man, let's bring in Bless, man. One of my favorites, man. This is the first song on the album. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna play a little snippet on the album, man. The album drop next month. You know what I'm saying, man? In 11/20. You know what I'm saying? And so this is exclusive, you know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna play the whole thing, you know what I mean? But WoRm, man, hey, he delivered. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, bring it in, WoRm, man.
Yeah, this is Bless.
Always focus on the negative, even when it's not relevant. They make my heart turn cold, colder than the Revenant. Not being dramatic, but it feels that I have nothing left. But it never fails, God dropping blessings in my lap. It always trips me up, cause I don't think I'm worthy yet. Burden so big, so heavy, they can break a neck. But God always got it, so I ain't felt no pressure yet. I'm still human, so I ain't beat the pressure yet. But I would be alive if I say he ain't make it better yet. I would say it's going down, but Crunk ain't hit the lever yet. The studio in my apartment, back like I ain't never left. God is good, getting love from people I ain't never met. Had a state job, parents swore it was a blessing, but it was hard to believe, it caused so much stressing. When I was going to work, they were working against me. Can't do no call center no more, it caused so much resentment. Thought I was being sarcastic, they told me I was being rude. When I heard the call, can't lie, I really had an attitude. But when everybody rising and you stuck in the same place, you and your boss went to school and y'all the same age, it'll make you snap, it'll make you lose your patience. It'll have your job putting you on probation. They was trying to get me out of there, picking out everything I did. I swear they wouldn't let me live. I've been looking for different jobs, even considered Browns. Didn't matter where I work, I knew I wouldn't be there long. I was ready to go, and they ain't really want me there. Never been fired before, can't lie, I was scared. But my homie told me about a job that seemed pretty chill. I said, send me the app, man, I told him he was real. Got fired on Tuesday, I was shook in the worst way. Applied for the new job, got hired on Thursday, I'm blessed.
Man, that's how you coming?
Yeah, man. Boy,
like
boy,
man, man, your voice don't even sound like you, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Like you really in that rapper mode on this. Because when I seen you was in Fire Little Africa.
Oh yeah.
As a producer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I'm hearing the album on this, nigga, this shit blowing me away. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, then why he wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
So I definitely I took rap serious, I went secular because I know I want to be a producer long term, because I'm like, those are the niggas that's getting those are the niggas that's getting money. But my dad always and I'm starting to learn to brush it off just a little bit, respectfully. But my dad always said, I like it better. You always make better music. Your music is good. So I focused on that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he was like, your brother can write, but I ain't rap or whatever. So I definitely was like, all right, I'm about to do the beats and be like, and it looked cool to be a producer anyway. Like those are the people, like, they're moving the sound and making the decisions and doing things like that. And I'm like, I'm trying to get to that bag. But in my mind, I'm like, I feel like I got to rap in order to get on as a producer first. Because back then, how I saw the game is I always saw the rapper up first, or I always saw the producer rapping. You know what I mean? Right. Or being that type of deal or whatever. So yeah, man. But again, as a fan, I'm coming from it as a fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, this dude really spitting. But I do like to tell a story, and I like to get clever. Right. I like to like when I perform not perform, but when I was writing rhymes and I spit it to my homies and I know I got a cold line coming up, just to hear their reaction, I love that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
it's that rush that I was saying that you first got when you performed that OP.
Yeah, for sure. And
you know
and just being into it, bro. And like when I heard Hey Bye with BD and TZ, and then I heard Cole at the same time. Yeah. In the same year, I'm just like, yo, these niggas are spitting. Yeah. But they giving me life shit. Right. And I was just like, I gotta do some shit like this. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's why Hov is Hov.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Because Hov gonna tell you what's going on in his life at the time.
I was always too young to appreciate Hov. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right. But now are you?
Now I definitely appreciate this.
Yeah, that Reasonable Doubt first album.
Man, that's not my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah. No. That's straight fire on there. But
that's the one that I didn't appreciate until
Black Album was the first one that because I got that joint from the library when I was back when I was 10, and I fucked with that, But like, you know what I'm saying, like I didn't realize till I was older that was supposed to be his last album, and he was just doing amazing shit beforehand. I didn't know none of that shit, you know.
Man, so how long did it take you to make the album?
So this album, so like I said, so these are songs that are old. Around, so I made most of these songs were made around the time I did To Go Plate. Okay. So I had songs.
So you've been sitting on this.
Yeah, I've been sitting on it for a minute.
I'm so tired of artists sitting on good music.
I know that's the exact reason why I'm releasing it.
I'm so tired of it, man. It's like, man, once y'all make it, it's ours. Why y'all hold on to it?
I know. This is the thing, though. This is the thing, because I wanted to just release and say fuck it, whatever, but I know that TZ is gonna be on my head about doing it properly and making sure that if you do the rollout, it's gonna do something for you. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And I started to understand that a lot more. I'm like, all right, I can't just say, all right, this is gonna be the last one I'm gonna make for a while, and then be mad that it ain't do nothing. I'm gonna give this my all. I'm gonna try to give this my all, and let it be what it is. Okay. So and also when they were doing Final Africa, they said you should probably drop this year, and it's low-key been done. I just like Blessed was actually the last song to make the album, because I was pretty much done. Like I made The Light back in 2008, late 2017, 2018. You know, I was like I was done with To Go Play, and it was out or whatever. But a lot of these songs are from 2017,
and they sound this good still. That's crazy.
That's why I was like, I'm still gonna release them, except for the other ones.
Well, you gotta drop next summer then.
I was thinking about doing something like that.
But this album is so good, man. You can sit on it for 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was trying to do. Letting it do that, and if they ask for more, you might get an EP. You know what I'm saying? You might get Kiss the Cook EP. But
yeah, man, let's play the single off the album. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? The Light, man.
Shout out to Common and shout out to Dilla.
They produced it?
Nah, Common and Dilla, you know, they got a song called The Light.
Oh, okay.
And I just flipped it for a trap inspiration.
Yeah. That's probably one of his biggest joints.
The way I've been feeling, might need the reverend. Trying to keep up with him when he give his message. You gotta keep it real, even he gon' need protecting. Lord God, we need a blessing, cause I really been stressing. I don't put you first, but you always give second chances. Try not to act on my own, but I know that isn't helping. I can see all this traffic, the devil really tried his weapon. Got a ticket for speeding, dog. I ain't learned my lesson, but I keep pushing forward, cause I've been here before. Tired of trying to run my life, gotta give God control. There's always blessings in the mayhem. Safe him, I had fun, but it's time for me to get out the devil's playpen. I really believe that I can fly, and all this ain't no Space Jam. Fresh dressed like a salad, but this ain't no special occasion. Scared to ask the obvious, don't wanna look like I'm hating. God give me validation. validation, so I don't need your explanation. I gotta wake up, gotta wake up, gotta wake up, gotta wake up. Get my cake up, get my cake up, get my cake up, get my cake up. So I open my eyes, open my eyes, open my eyes, open my eyes. Let my light shine, let my light shine, let my light shine, let my light shine. Gotta wake up, gotta wake up, gotta wake up, gotta wake up. Get my cake up, get my cake up, get my cake up, get my cake up. So I open my eyes, open my eyes, open my eyes, open my eyes. Let my light shine, let my light shine, let my light shine, let my light shine.
I don't know. I go off on a second
Even when I ain't seeing it, this
it's exclusive for real.
Yeah. Works when you believe in it. Sometimes I feel like that I just want too much. Most of the time I feel like I don't get enough.
Man,
Caught in between God's purpose and my selfish pride. It got me losing myself. Sometimes I wanna die, but thank God I got my friends in my life, cause they tell me to run away from the light. But it's important I communicate that I'm super fly. They wonder what my cape at. Did he chance it? So you know I gotta take that. Money ain't everything, but I still wanna make that. It's kinda fresh out, put it down for hip hop. All gas, no brakes, I don't need a pit stop. As I get older, my life gets realer. These rappers got me on edge like a stone cold killer. Gotta stay off Instagram, it just made me bitter. Start looking at myself in a false mirror, holding up the music saying you can say I'm a pillar. Rapping donuts around these niggas, rest in peace of J Dilla. Started from the basement, and that's where the big tickers. Back up in this thing, been gone for a minute. Had to put it down right as a month in this business flow. Dope like the Carter, and I'm kicking out tenants. I gotta wake up, gotta wake up, gotta wake up, gotta wake up. Get my cake up, get my cake up.
So you shopping this around? I mean, what you mean, man? Like you sending it to the radio, man?
Yeah. I'm about to send it. I gotta make that
man.
email.
Come on, man. Yeah, you sitting on it, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nah, man.
We pushing this until we get a cease and desist.
Okay. Nah, man. Like when I sat with the album, man, it's like, man, it's inspiring, you know, because the same thing that you, man, are going through, man, I've been through them, and I'm thinking like that too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I be second guessing myself too, though. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's just real, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's a lot of what I got from the talks when me and TZ, when I'm just going back and forth with what I need to do, what I need to spit more, like what I gotta, like trying to just figure out what I gotta do so people can listen. Right. And when I realized, like, all right, I'm just gonna give me this works. All right, bet.
Right. Okay, so the futures, how'd you
So the features.
Yeah, man, like,
man. So
how did you pick them?
So, I don't want to say one. I want one to be a surprise.
Okay, yeah.
But on one of them, I did hear somebody's voice when the homie sent me the beat on Hold Up.
Okay.
When he sent me the beat, I'm like, oh yeah, I hear him on this.
Okay, yeah.
So,
so they was handpicked.
They was definitely handpicked because
they wasn't around the studio. No.
It's not. The only person that's like that is TZ.
Okay.
So TZ, I think I was playing A-Man for him or whatever, and so I just had the verse first, and
that's my favorite. Man. Come on.
And he came up with that hook or whatever. I can't remember. I probably have to rap the whole first verse, but I'm pretty sure I had some God bars in there, and then he went off of that or whatever, and yeah, that song had like at least 4 or 5 different versions.
Oh, it did?
It had an 808 on it at first, and yeah, bro. But yeah, so he had a you know, he was for Sophisticated Slabs for his album.
Okay.
He was you know, coming to me for beats, like, you know what I'm saying, like
so you was hearing him.
Yeah,
already.
He didn't have a spot at the time, so he was just coming over to my house on the weekends and just chilling. We just watching TV or maybe make a beat or whatever and just record or whatever.
Yeah.
And he had that, and so when I showed him the song, he had the hook, and I'm like, yeah, go ahead and lay that.
Yeah.
And then when I was living with the song for a minute, it wasn't until the following year that I put cadence on it.
Okay.
And
that's what I mean, man. Like,
but
on these songs,
he heard. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He heard it probably like late 2017, and then wasn't coming over. But I understand and respect. He's a family man, and he also is serving the community.
Yeah.
So, but man, he kept he kept me up late for that one, man. This is when I'm at the new job.
Okay, yeah.
And he came over like probably like 8 o'clock. So this is a new job. I got to be up at 5 a.m.
Okay.
It's 8 o'clock. He come over from just being at Buffalo Wild Wings or whatever, and he's like, yeah, I got that verse for you, and he came to lay it. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, he got it written and ready to go. Yeah. He did not.
Nah, man, it's the life, man. You know what I mean? Like you have it, like you got to get it in at that time.
I know, and that's when and around that time I'm making chicken and waffles. That's when I realized, because that's when I was recording a whole lot of, not a whole lot of different people, but just my friends. I was recording people, and actually not just my brother or whatever, and I just realized like everybody got a different process, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody,
all y'all artists,
everybody approach music differently, and it's frustrating. No, it is what it is.
Oh, it most definitely it is. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what do you want from the album then, man? Because you've been sitting on it for years. It's good as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So what type of response do you want from it then?
Man, I always wanted the response of, they went out for, okay. I always wanted the response of just off the music alone that I am a spitter.
Okay.
And
respect as an MC.
Respect as an MC, but also respect as in like, I feel like I should be on these shows. I feel like I should get more attention type whatever. But I'm realizing, understanding that there's actually a lot more other work that goes into like just making sure your brand is up as a rapper. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to do all that. I'm not at, I don't want to do it anymore. I just want to rap.
Yeah, you an introvert.
I just want to rap and put the music out.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Exactly.
So
you don't want to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Like shaking hands and making sure they see you.
I do interviews, you know what I'm saying? I do want to do that, but like being good. I wouldn't say I'm bad at social media, but I just be posting whatever it is at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man. But when you got a project like this, you don't got to do all the antics, man.
No, I feel you.
Because the music speaks for itself.
I'm just saying, like,
but you got to get it to them though.
Yeah, it's just how you present the content that you have, and my focus is not there. It's on the production and the engineering, because that's where I'm getting my money from. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So like,
so you're good.
If I had a cameraman, you know what I'm saying, I would be probably a lot more.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Cemented in and culturally, you know what I'm saying? I will look cooler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. And more interesting, you know what I'm saying? I just got to get marketable. I got to get somebody to do that for me.
Yeah.
But we're on the same page of like, you run it, but I also want to run it too. You know what I mean?
Right. Because it's your brand at the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And my focus is just still on producing, because that's where I'm getting my bread.
So is that where your heart is? Yeah, that's where you're getting your bread, because you're talented.
Yeah.
But is your heart in making music or the producing side? Which one?
It's in both, bro. Because I love I love making the beat, but I also love like recording somebody and then we build the song together, or I give you my idea and like, all right, this is how I heard how this hook should be or whatever. Because as a producer, you should be able to do those type of things, and I love doing those type of things. Just giving like, oh, I think you should do this right here, and then making the song better.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, people are going crazy off the beats, but when me and Graham were recording, and we put them drops or arrange it this way, just like now, like I love that feeling.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it, I mean, on the other hand, you don't really get to experience the music the same as the producer when it's being presented. You know what I'm saying? Like when I rap, when I perform, then I'm presenting it myself, and then I can really see the feedback or whatever. And especially with COVID, I haven't seen Graham perform none of these songs. You know what I mean? Either. So,
and that's what I told him. I was like, you ain't even promote that one hard from me. You know what I'm saying? A fan of this shit. I'm like, man, that album is hard. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I don't know why you ain't promoting it.
Because what I think is he didn't expect it to be what it is, and I didn't expect it either.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know how hard it was.
Well, I knew it was hard, and this was some good music, but you know what I'm saying, we was ready to go before all this shit happened. You feel me?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I knew that it was gonna go up.
Yeah, that's
and then
true.
when this happened, I'm like, dang, I know he gotta like refigure out some stuff. And shoot, I know at me, I'm like, I don't even know what to tell you how to put this out or whatever. Yeah. But you know what I mean? It changed up. It happened so quickly. And he when we came back for Feel Out, that's when he was like talking about, all right, we finna drop it. And I don't know. I feel like maybe we should have waited, but also at the same time, I know that I was trying to get in the mode of release the music because I still had the album. So I'm like, release the music. Let's just get it out. This is still good for me as well.
Well, it birthed the Cash Only for him, though.
Yeah. Well, he had Cash Only. He was working on Cash Only, and then he had another design that had Stack a Dollar. Okay. And then that's what he based it. That's what he based it off of. So yeah, like you said, he said he's still working on Cash. We ain't even started Cash Only. Okay. It's coming. Y'all honestly, bro, and I was thinking about it the other day, like y'all probably won't get a Stack a Dollar or two. Like we've talked about it, you know what I'm saying, but y'all probably won't get it. Honestly, a good one, y'all probably won't get a Stack a Dollar 2 for a long time. Just like how Wiz and Khalifa, Wiz and Currency did it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, with How Fly.
Bro, that shit was good, bro. And you like, you know his voice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you cater to his flow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So is that what you do when you work with artists? You cater to their flow, or do you just...
Well, I'm just now learning recently now that it's just something in me that when I make the beats, because I also when I was in 7th grade, I was on the drum line. Okay. The high school drum line at that. Okay. What school did you go to?
I went to Santa Fe.
Santa Fe. Oh, you was all the way on the other side. Yeah. So when I was in 7th grade, I was on the drum line. You know what I'm saying? But I always been playing the drums. I had to play the drum set and everything, and then. So I know that I'm real good with drums, and for some reason I know that definitely takes part in how somebody feels a groove and a rhythm, and it just puts them in a pocket. It just puts people in a pocket. Yeah, you know what I mean. And
so that the most important part is the drums.
For me, the most important thing is the bass line.
Oh, the bass line.
The lower frequency. Well, what's important to me is the lower frequency. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Whether that be the bass line or something like a lead or like a little synth that's probably going to stay there. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I make sure that this is not going to clash so I can make the beat hit, you know what I'm saying, or whatever.
Exactly, because people be clashing the sound.
Man,
trying to rush it.
Well, I be hearing, I'm just talking about like just sometimes they may have, some people may not mix a bass. Sometimes you usually, not often, you'll hear a bass line and an 808 on a song. Mm-hmm. Some people can't mix those properly. You know what I mean? Right. Like, you know, it's just hard because you got so much in one spot or whatever. But
but on the album, man, you got long songs. It's not, you know, because now we're used to the 2:30.
I hate that, man.
3 minutes.
I ain't gonna lie. Like,
but your songs are 4 minutes plus. I like that.
I didn't even realize songs was short until I was like,
oh, you didn't?
I forced myself, because when I was listening to, when I was making
songs are 2 minutes.
When I was listening to when I was making Chicken and Waffles, I was listening to 92.1 like nonstop, bro, trying to find at least a sample or something that's gonna be fire, and I did find a few things, but I wasn't listening to like, it was very rare that I was listening to 103.5 or any music that like hip hop that was at the time. Short. And then when I started getting back into like, all right, I'm just about to just be like focus on the rapping and make it weird or may not or whatever. And when I heard the new songs, I'm like, dang, these motherfuckers short. Like,
that shit is annoying.
Because like, of course, when my generation of music was coming out, they was like, I mean, when I was making music back in high school, it was like 2 verses was the standard, of course. It stopped being 3. Right. Now niggas is doing about a verse, maybe a short little bridge or hook, and then the song is over. Right. And I'm just like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, but that's catering to the streaming.
Yeah. I get that.
Because if it's short, then we'll keep on playing it. And that's how they run the numbers up.
Yeah, for sure. I understand that.
You know what I'm saying? But I like how you did the long song. It took me back to the 90s when they had like interludes and stuff. So is that your mom on the album?
So that's my mom and that's JB's mom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
So JB's mom would text me all the time.
Okay.
She texts me almost every morning. Bible verses.
Okay.
Or whatever.
But y'all go to the same church? Or what?
Nah, I just met JB's mom at a show, and but I'm, I've always been around JB.
Yeah.
Whenever,
it's that energy.
Yeah. And
you know what I mean?
most
that
of the
frequency.
times when I was with him, he was with his fam, and his mom was there. You know what I'm saying? And I, she knows Teezy, so I was out whenever I was just around. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, I don't forget. She gave me a number or whatever. Yeah. And just, she just been texting me Bible verses and everything and prayers. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, this got her going. Because as I realized, I'm like, this is a very golly album. I might as well go ahead and put this on her. And I'm like, I can't do this without putting my mom on here. Right. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be right. And my mom would definitely not,
So you got her in the booth?
No, I didn't get in. She was not coming over to my house. I did not want to hear, "Ooh, it's messy over here." And I ain't got time to hear all that. Okay, I moved out so I took the mic over there to their house, or whatever. And so I had my mom read 2 verses, and I had JB's mom read 2 verses as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? Like it's in the flow of the album. You know what I'm saying? And then the next song, it goes to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I like how you did that. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, man. Yeah, man. Man. So next month, the album drop.
Yes, sir.
You know
yes, sir.
That you've been sitting on for years.
Yes, sir. Chicken and waffles to go plate the recipe.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it just, man, it sounds so good, man. You know what I'm saying, man? You talented, and then your beats, it's just talent. You know what I'm saying? So stop second guessing yourself, talking about jobs and shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause you WoRm, bro.
No, I don't. You know and I'm at that point too, man. Shoot, I am blessed, bro, that the job I'm at, bro. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about it. Yeah. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I'm staying on my toes, but I'm not worried about it at the same time because I think that this is. I feel though this will be the last job I'm at unless I get something bigger. You know what I mean? So I'm cool with where I'm at, bro. So I mean, yeah.
Bro, you should start man. But you should get a manager, man, and try to like perform these at churches, bro. They pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Like at a people's church, at a church in Texas, they pay for this type of music, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, you gotta look into it, man.
I feel you. I feel you on the bag point, but also on the I ain't trying. They gonna be like Christian rapper. You're a Christian rapper, and then I definitely know myself. I'm gonna get pressured to try to do something that I'm not. Just trying to make sure.
You don't want to be boxed in.
Yeah, because I know I'm gonna do something that I know I'm not supposed to do, and I know my dad. If I start getting to the bag with this, I know my dad's like, hey, you need to get. This is where you. That's what I was trying to get you on to do stuff like that. There's a lot of Christian rappers. So and they're not even Christian. I was like,
so can you still talk about the trees though?
I decided that I'm going to because shout out Sir the Baptist. He was the person that inspired me, and I'm just gonna talk about it and see what it is. Okay. And just let it be what it is. Maybe I'll stop smoking one day, maybe not or whatever. But I know that for me in my life experiences, just you know what I'm saying, like working through all that shit, like trauma, like I can. It relaxes me. Right. You feel me? It does something for me, and like emotionally or whatever, spiritually and physically. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, in my mind, God made it. It's a plant. You feel me? Yeah. I was watching a show the other day. Somebody thought, maybe what was in the healing oil of Jesus was CBD. Actually, you know what I'm saying? But it's been used for the longest. And when I was smoking heavily and I found out why it's illegal, I realized like this is it should have been. It's only illegal because somebody was racist. Right. It's only demonized in this country because That's how they do things.
That's the only thing they got on us.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the only thing they got on us. Niggas don't smoke crack no more,
bro. And
you know what I'm saying?
And I think I was watching Rustling. He's have you heard of John Gibbs?
John Gibbs?
Yeah. So he's a rapper. I guess he's not a Christian rapper, but he came out on a Christian rap label. But none of the songs was like really Christian. He's called. I'll play him later. But he toes the line, or no, he toes the line. But Rustling was talking about Christians smoking weed or whatever, and somebody said that when after a long day, when they want to read the word, it helps them digest it better. Or whatever. I necessarily don't do that or whatever. I definitely need to get into my word more, but also at the same time, like I be looking towards like rap lyrics. Like I said in the in Peace on the Passion, rap lyrics, like I understand it.
Oh yeah,
like I fully understand what they're going through and how did they came to that decision.
And that's how I know. That's why I know that this album is so great, because I know the artistry in it. You know what I'm saying? Like I know the real feelings in it. You know what I'm saying?
So when I know that when I see other people, I'm just like, I know you smoke, like, and I've been through the feeling guilty about smoking and being a Christian and stuff like that, but don't feel that way now because it's legal. I always felt like I was letting my parents down because it was illegal or whatever, and that's what they was worried about. But now that it's legal, it's not a deal, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, this is, you want to get drunk off your wine and get alcohol poisoning, and that's cool. I'm just gonna get high and go to sleep, you know what I'm saying, and enjoy myself, you know what I'm saying, and I don't care.
Oh, I know you know, because you released it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you put it in the music.
I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, man. It's a great album, man. I appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And so next month. Already.
Yeah, y'all get out and vote, man. Yeah. For sure, man. Because don't be on those talking about, I don't know, bro. Yeah. If we can, like, take the dick out of our ass just a couple inches as far as racism goes, I think we should at least go for the lesser evil and then figure it out from there, man. But anyway,
just tell them where they can reach you at, man.
At WoRm SDQ on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and then bigwormmusic.com. I'm on Bandcamp. I think I'm gonna do like Graham, man. We just gonna keep it exclusive, man. See if I'm really talented. So it's probably only gonna be available on Bandcamp and my website and iTunes to purchase.
Okay, already.
Yeah, man. And then what else am I on? That's pretty much it. Okay. Right now. Are you gonna play the last track, or we not gonna? Okay.
Yeah. Man, what track can we play, man? That Amen or that Bad News, man? You know what I mean? They both exclusive.
They both exclusive, man. I feel like. All right, man. Let's
look, man. He been sitting on it for 3 years, and he still don't want to give it to us.
Bad News Bears is my favorite. You know
that's your favorite track.
Man. It's just the beat is hard, man.
Yeah.
And I'm really spitting on that. I really feel like I'm spitting on that for real. So
already, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brandy Podcast, man. This is episode 156, man, with WoRm, the producer and the rapper, man. Just talent, you know what I mean? And this is Bad News off the album coming next month.
Bad News Bears.
Bad News Bears.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, WoRm, bro.
I appreciate you, man.
I told myself I ain't gonna go eat. Till I get this verse right.
Man.
Look. My job stressing me out and trying to hit me out. Thinking I don't know what I be talking about. They don't know I'm trying to deal with my life. Usually thinking death, but thank God I chose Christ. Thank God I chose life. Now I gotta live it, something you gotta witness. Been working these demons out, never been the one for fitness. Got a chip chip on my shoulder, but a nigga get hungry. But it don't matter, hating niggas always replace it for me. Nah, homie, you can't ignore me. You ain't hear my story about my album or play track 7. Oh well, been going through hell so I can reach heaven. TC gave me the game plan, boy, I ain't playing. I don't know if I'm slow, dumb, retarded, or depressed, but I can't seem to stop caring for my ex. The rap game all messed up, thinking about my ex and the devil around the corner. Use these bars as my weapon. A God flow, only something me and God know. But what do I know? I'm a OC.
Spit, bro.
Pac flow, all eyes on me, they watching me like where the time go. I don't know, keep my focus on God. I'm trying to find hope.
Man.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Real talk, man. You know what I mean? That's the exclusive, man. We can't give y'all everything. Can't give them everything. Man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you, though, man. We out, man. Yeah, Shout out to Brandy Podcast.
Yes, man. Sir. Betty White. I'm right down.